welcome to Social Media Shows Network. I'm your co-host, Drea Davis, and besides me, we have the beautiful
host, Nicole Vegas. I just want to say check us out on Spotify, and if you want to be a sponsor with Vegas Views through Social Media Shows Network, connect with Maria Preza. We have a special, awesome, talented
best
guest
Las Vegas singer.
Should I say Zowie Bowie or Chris Phillips?
Who are you?
I don't know if I'm deserving of that kind introduction.
But,
thank you.
But you are. Just thank you for taking the time, because then I did do some research. You're really busy.
Very.
But you make time for others, which is really important, and I really appreciate you for being here.
You know, you're sweet to say that, but I find that at my age, I do just enough to get by. I become lazy. But yes, I obviously am very fortunate and lucky that I get to do something for a living that I love dearly and am very passionate about it. And for those of you who don't know, I have a show here in Las Vegas. It's called Zowie Bowie. And we are going into our 30th year of performing every single week. Except for COVID.
Single week. Yes.
But we've done every single week for 30 years, and we have no intention of slowing down or stopping. But, it's still to this day something I would pay to do, because for the simple fact, and this may sound corny, but the only reason I got into this in the first place is because I just love making people happy.
Absolutely.
And incidentally, we sing and perform songs.
No, the passion on stage.
That's all it is.
I'm sorry. The passion. I have to. The passion on stage, and people, you can. You just give some people so much energy, the grooving, and then the going back to the old school music.
Well, there's this wonderful thing you can create energy with a perfect combination of vodka and desperation.
Oh, is that what it takes? Is that what I'm missing out on?
And the moves, the dance.
Hence the vodka.
And the getting low. That's vodka too.
It's to be honest, I think I can speak on behalf of a lot of people who are 18 years old. They get out of high school and they're like, hey, let's get in a band.
Yeah.
Beer and chicks.
Mm-hmm.
And then you wake up and you're my age and you're like, what am I doing? What am I doing?
You are killing it. You are doing so well put together. You made time at birthday celebrations. When I first met you, I think it was at a film award event, and you were so nice and welcoming. And then, because I was just starting out 2 years ago, and it was so rough for me. I didn't know anything about the showbiz, but you've always been very supportive.
Well, gosh, you're the one that's come so far in a short period of time. I didn't know.
Yeah, exactly.
2 years. 2 years. Last month was
amazing.
my 2.
She blew up overnight.
That's why I was like, how do you? Because you have a big fan base, and you have so many people, and you have a family, and this career that you're maintaining it. And yeah, it's a lot of work, and I just want to say thank you so much. And also, before he says anything else, I do want him in Desert Themes for the feature film.
For the concert.
Definitely will be an amazing concert scene.
Really?
Yes.
Well, gosh, you know what? To be honest, this would be my first time in any type of
How could that be? That's
something other than a live concert.
Yes, it will be for everybody, because it's part. I want to really put a spotlight on the talent and showbiz here.
Well, geez, I'm flattered that you.
How can not? Oh, there's my phone. How can somebody not already approached you in being in film, or were you just kind of busy and you kind of let it
I'm
go?
pretty sure maybe someone has.
This sounds silly, perhaps, but since I've been doing this, actually, I say I've been Zowie Bowie for 30 years. I've been performing professionally for 40 years, starting back in the 80s as a heavy metal drummer.
I saw that.
And
that's
so,
like that really hardcore. Is that
yeah. So I could sit on my hair and the whole thing, and oh god. But in any case, for the last 30 years that I've been singing and calling myself Zowie Bowie, it's always been about taking exactly who I am on stage and off, and doing everything I do completely as me. And so there's never been a scripted line or choreographed move, any blocking, anything. It's just been a free-for-all, being me kind of thing. And so anytime I've ever been approached for theater, any kind of Broadway-ish type of thing, or certainly any kind of movie role, I didn't know if that's something I could actually pull off, because it would have to be something other than me. And I've never once done that in 6,000 shows.
This will be like this
and
something new?
And so
I like that stuff.
Crazy.
I've also been approached, and we had some reality shows done in and around me, and within 20 minutes of filming, they were having me do things that weren't me, and say things that I wouldn't say, and create negative scenarios that I would never be in.
Yes.
So I said, no, cut.
Yes,
Bye.
I'm out of here. So
And
you felt like it was just inauthentic to yourself?
No, like I said, to me, the only thing that really inspired me to want to be an entertainer is to, in some small way, again, as corny as this may sound, just try to make this world a little lighter, a little happier.
Yes.
And the only way I know how to do that is to just be silly Chris.
Exactly.
Calling myself this character named Zowie Bowie.
Mm-hmm.
But, so, to answer your question, no, I've never been in anything at all that has gone outside of just me being me.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't really even know how to do that.
Break the mold of that one. I'm gonna get him good. Just kidding.
But I think if he does, okay, if you get him in the concert scene, he has to do exactly what he does. If not, it's...
I'm going to be like, I'm not going to say Chris Phillips. I'm going to say Zowie Bowie like he says to my name.
Well, that means I'll have a cocktail in my hand, stumbling around. And
Perfect. That's what you know what? Be authentic. Just do you, and it will go well in that thing.
Well,
So
maybe you could teach me how to do it.
Yeah, I will. I'm going to be like...
Okay.
So, okay, Nicole wants to get you in film, but did you have, like, some past, like, being, like, managing in a theater?
Well, I was the geeky drama guy in high school.
Okay.
Yes, I was the president of the speech and drama club in high school. And we did, in fact, do some plays and such then. So I do know what that was like, creating a character and learning lines and doing blocking. And I realized even then, that wasn't for me.
Yes,
I want to do my own thing.
Yes.
And so that's why I think I became a complete juvenile delinquent for a little bit.
So I do have a question, though. I didn't see it anywhere. I was trying to Google. I'm like, what do I can't dig anything up, you know? And I used to be a cop, you know. You know that, right? Do you know that?
No.
Yeah.
You're okay. I'm not a cop anymore.
You know, I've been very successful avoiding those warrants.
Got you now, Clint. No.
No wonder I'm here.
But how did
It's a setup.
It says, I got you. You are really in for it now. I'm going to take you away. But the thing is, how did you get to come up with Zowie Bowie? Like, can you, in the meat and potatoes of it, or is it like a really long...
Well, the true story is that a lot of people don't know this, but I am actually the son of David Bowie. And problem is I've never met him. I've never got a sweater from him, Christmas, or a gift certificate to Outback.
Kleenex, Maria.
That's no, I was
Go on, no tears here. Don't ruin the makeup.
I was this heavy metal drummer, but that was not what I wanted to do. I wanted to be this flamboyant singing character. My idols, obviously, were Elvis, a guy named Savage James Jr., David Lee Roth, and all these bigger-than-life characters that were just exaggerated versions of themselves. Mm-hmm. And so there was always my passion to somehow come out from behind the drums and explode with all this flamboyant, crazy energy I had on the inside I wanted to get out. And so, back in '93, I had some friends that were in a early '80s kind of new wave band.
Okay.
And they needed a singer for this big show they were doing because they got sick. And they said, Chris, would you like to step in and do this? So I put all my hair in a ponytail, put it behind.
You said it was long
I
here.
put it down my shirt,
Oh,
and I went up, and all I learned was 4 songs. That's all I could memorize at the time. And I went out, I did the show, 4 songs into it. Somehow, God was looking down on me, and fate would have it. The police showed up and shut down the show because it was so loud or something. And I didn't have to embarrass myself with going any further.
So you got saved.
But in that 4 songs, I thought, man, this is what I want to do the rest of my life. I cut my hair, sold my drums, and from that day forward, I became this character I created because I was like, who in the hell wants to see Chris Phillips?
Yep.
And so I thought, okay, this would make sense. I'm just going to be this character I can kind of, not hide behind, but really allow myself to express myself
like
in ways where I
want,
without any inhibitions or anything like that. And so I thought, well, David Bowie's son had been named Zowie Bowie. He then changed it when he was a kid to Duncan Jones. So nobody was using the name. I thought it was catchy, and it kind of fit the character I was at the time, this new wave thing. And I thought, let's try this. That was it. From that day forward, I was hooked. I was full steam ahead from that point forward. A couple weeks later, I started my own show, and I haven't had a week off since.
What's your own show where viewers can connect with you?
like, why?
Gosh, that sounds
pay
even better.
attention. Pay attention, people on the other side of this camera.
But yeah, we've been doing our thing. We've and what I found to be very helpful to
I
us
thought you
is,
were talking about podcast, talk show. Don't you have that too? I thought.
Who, me?
Yeah.
Oh, I used to have a little talk show I did a couple years
That's
ago
what I was talking about.
called Talk Tales.
Talk to us.
Oh, that's cute.
Cute.
That was a fun thing to do. I did it for about a year, and it was a lot of fun. But it meant I had to get out of bed and be responsible.
Exactly. You're like, I don't know
You're
about
like,
that. That's so fun. That's so fun. Responsibilities.
No, the truth of the matter is you guys might be able to relate, but I was having all my friends on, my entertainer friends here in Las Vegas,
Yes.
and at some point, you kind of run out of friends that
Ooh,
you
yes.
can invite on the show, and you're like, what do I have again? So after about
Yes.
a year,
Yeah,
I did it for every week for a year, and you name a celebrity, and they were on there with me. We had fun, and the whole point of the show is it was a little different than most shows. Sitting in front of us would be a wet bar.
That's what I'm talking about.
And so-
Last.
If you came on the show, you had to drink with
I
me.
had to drink. I would be such a lightweight. I'd fall
Is
off
it
the
like a
chair or
shot? Like
something.
you take a shot for
So I had,
question.
you named
you wouldn't
somebody.
do it.
I had, Robin Leach and Frankie Marino and all these people, and we were all very much put together and coherent
Oh, good.
in the beginning of the show. And by
For the
the
most
end,
part.
But
we were sloppy
Yeah,
drunk
but
and telling secrets
Oh
and
my God.
Yeah.
exposing things we shouldn't. Oh, it was awful.
I bet that made it fun though and entertaining.
But hence the name
That's
Cocktail.
for
Cocktail,
life,
yeah.
though. That is for life. No, I've done things. That's why I don't drink it. Maybe once or twice a year because I did things where it was like a high-end restaurant and I couldn't feel my face and there was like some plate and I did a boob code. and I let somebody film me, so now I know to behave myself. Which I do pretty
we got
well
that
now.
on camera, Nicole.
Not that one. Yet.
Well, speaking of behaving myself, I've always been known as this kind of crazy cat out
Yeah.
there. But then some years ago, I met a gal and we got married, and she is
Aw.
lovely. Her name is Jennifer, and we had a little baby who is now 5 years old, kindergarten. Her name
That's a
is
good age.
Ava Rose.
Beautiful.
And there's something about
Hi,
that that
Ava.
kind of
responsibility.
cleans up your act a little
Yes.
bit, particularly in public. And so I have matured a tad. Not a
And-
lot, but a little. Enough.
Is she the boss of you, your daughter?
Our daughter controls everything.
Yeah.
That's
Yes.
about right. That's about right with
Yeah.
children. We love
And
our
she's
children.
considerably more popular and entertaining than I ever have been or
Oh.
will be. And I have learned that if I ever want to get attention on social media in any way, I just
Well,
put
the
her
daughter.
picture
Or
up
put
there.
her on
Yes.
there, and then boom, it goes viral.
And then I try to sneak in
Yeah.
a gig or something, to promote. But yeah, she's amazing, and it's changed my life, and she's just been fabulous.
It is hard now. That's another thing too. So you started your showbiz before you have a beautiful wife and a beautiful child. So that's
That's new for me. Yes.
So is it easier to have the showbiz and then incorporate that, or have the family? I had a family for 25 years,
Yeah.
then go into showbiz.
Right. What
Sure.
do you think is
There you go. Well, I'm kind of exactly the opposite.
Quarter of a century now.
I think for me personally, I just learned that it's best to separate the two. Over time,
That's good
I-
advice.
Yes.
I think that if I've learned nothing in life, it's to have your showbiz on stage life, and then be able to go home to something that resembles normality.
Yeah, and that means something.
Yeah, and
Yes.
because of that, it's working, it's lasting, and I hope that I don't screw it up too bad. That
Yes.
they don't know.
Guys do though. Even my husband
That's
after
the way
25
somehow.
years, I'm like, you were doing so good. Why would you do that? Why? So that's where I'm
Oh,
at
my.
too. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Is your daughter
Yeah,
taking
yeah.
after any of your special talents?
Well, she already sings better than me, but she's quite the ham. I come home at the end of the night. She should be in bed. She goes, "Daddy, don't wake up Mommy, but I got a new show for you. So sit down."
Oh, wow.
So
She'll jump behind the
special.
curtains,
That's
say,
so
"Turn off the
cute.
lights." Then I'll flip on the lights. She'll jump out and say, "Hi, everybody. It's Ava Rose. Welcome to
Oh,
Las
I love
Vegas."
that.
And then she does 15 minutes of material.
I love you. Oh,
Jokes,
gosh.
She
songs.
should have that. There,
Oh,
I know Maria was talking about
I love
kids' podcasts and stuff coming. They should have a spotlight because
absolutely.
she's shining already.
She's kind of like a little Shirley Temple.
We should.
That's
That's
she's
before your
shining
time. You already
already.
know
No,
that.
no, it's not before my time. We should get.
I have a 5-year-old, and I know exactly what you're
Oh,
talking
really?
about.
Oh,
And they're just so they have us in line, and they're just so unique. Ooh, I
oh,
love it.
yeah, it's
It's just
great.
so unique.
It's great.
And they're just
Lot of
so real. Yeah.
They're cute.
Yeah, it's a lot
They're
of work.
cute little tiny
Yeah.
humans, and they do a lot of things. Mine, I have boys, so they broke their
Oh, yes.
teeth, and they peed out balconies, and they did. Actually, yours is probably nice and sweet and.
My daughter's going on her second fake tooth from knocking it out.
See, you had that happen.
She pees in public.
Yeah, see,
I'm sorry, that's her daddy after a couple of cocktails. Just kidding.
Honestly, I can't make this up. My 5-year-old, he'll like pee on the side of the house.
Oh, jeez.
Sorry, too much information. But yeah, he does.
You need your pee a lot outside. But the breaking of the teeth, my son broke his. Very expensive, like $50,000.
Oh, I know. So yeah, they're she's rowdy as any boy. I'll tell you that.
But you're doing it, and you have a show coming up too, the Italian American Club. I'm going to be sharing the heck out of that until the day it happens. I just want to. I'm going to buy that ticket, so no matter what, I have to see you at a show because.
Well, thanks.
What a dirtbag I am. I am a dirtbag. I'm calling myself out because you've always supported me, and you're always like, "Oh, I'll make time." And did I go and see you at Fremont Street at 9:00 at night? I was almost there though. I was on that Mark Wahlberg.
I just think because it's past your bedtime.
I'm so excited for you. Well, you know what? A lot of people may not know. I've made primarily my career out of being this crazy party dance type show band. But then we also have on the other side of things something very different, which is a very authentic, old school, vintage Vegas big band show where we come out with a tux and gown and horns, and my wife makes the costumes for these Zowie Bowie Showgirls that we have. So we have 4 Showgirls, and so it's a very authentic throwback to Vegas in the late 70s, kind of like a Tom Jonesy type show. And we do all the old vintage standards and such. And so it's a sit-down dinner theater called Italian American Club.
He goes back to like hip-hop, pop,
and so we go from
everything,
50 Cent to Frank Sinatra.
Exactly.
From one night to another.
I know.
At least on that night I get to act my age a little more.
Yeah.
A little bit more. It's like reserved. But Fremont Street, that is, I've been on a lot of sets on there. That's why I was like, oh, don't make me go back on Fremont Street because.
Yeah, we're going into our 14th year there every Thursday and Saturday.
Big.
And you mentioned 9. Hell, I'm not even out of the shower by that time.
Oh, no, what time is it then? Am I wrong?
We go on from 11 to 2 on a Saturday. And
11 p.m. to 2 a.m.
Yes, and there's usually at least 2,000 people in front of us from all over the world. And they're hungry to feel the energy of Vegas and what that's supposed to be. And so I feel like my job is to give them that.
You did. You're just like, you pack it in. I'm just going to give
you give it to them, all right.
No, but I do. I see it. I'm like, oh, I want to do it. But those sets that I'm in, I mean, they wipe me out. It feels like I miss out on so much fun and entertainment. I've been invited to all these fun events, and here I'm on the set. I'm like, they're having fun without me. Can that be happening? You guys have fun. Everybody has fun without me.
You bring the fun wherever you go.
Well, I got to see you for a second at Mark's party. I think it was a year ago now. That was like the last time. Mark, remember he did some kind of aerial people and tarot cards, and it was a big Avenue event. Remember?
Oh gosh,
so where
yes.
was that? I was like,
that was
back. That's a long time ago with everything else in between.
That was just me, a little karaoke style, getting up and doing a little something. Yeah, you gotta come experience the whole band and the whole thing.
I want to do that. I'm going to get the
He's
ticket.
Like, oh, that was nothing. That whole thing.
Silly.
See me on stage.
He's like, wait, he had to think back up like it's a year ago and everything
well, you know
before
what I'm
that
thinking?
year.
You should come up and sing with us.
Oh yeah, you didn't know this. It looks like I could sing, right?
Okay,
it's like a
wait.
dying bird.
Either one of you. You got to be better than me.
Hey, that'll be fun. I'm down.
I can just do that.
Let's do something fun to get you prepared for work this week.
All right.
So we're gonna do a name that finish the lyric or name that song.
Oh my God! See,
he's involved.
This is gonna be so embarrassing.
If you don't know it, it's okay.
I have been singing. There are songs I have been singing now for 30 years. I still have no idea what the words are.
I don't know this either.
I've got lyrics on my stage that I've had down there for a year.
Is it?
Yes.
Okay, I know this one. If I know it, wait.
This is going to be horrifically embarrassing.
Let me see, because this is
just fun. It's all fun and games.
I won't get one of these.
Finish those lyrics. Shut up and.
Shut up and.
Dance.
I heard it.
Shut
That's what I
up
thought.
and.
That's what I thought.
Shut up and put.
Boogie.
Shut up
and drink. Shut up
and put your. Where your.
What? Say it.
Waking up in Vegas. Shut up and.
Oh, I'm out of here. We do that song.
Well, she did a lot of
okay, you guys.
songs.
It's early.
See, I'm not the one who sings it, so I guess I'm off the.
He does a show at night. It's early.
Shut up and dance.
Shut up and put
yes, of course. Good
Lord.
It's gonna be helpful with this stuff. myself. I'm not helpful. I can't even carry one note.
Okay, easier one.
All right.
Do a little dance.
Make a little love.
Get
down tonight. Yeah.
We
do that too.
Get down tonight.
So at least that's one I sing. Maybe I can remember that one.
Yeah,
that's one of those songs we've been singing for 30 years.
I know.
Yeah.
So I guess
He's like, please no more, stop.
That's it.
Well, it was cute.
No, that was great.
It was cute. One more. Oh, Maria says
One
one
more.
more.
Oh, I was at least 50%.
Okay, one more.
All right.
You can read it.
Baby, I don't need dollar bills to have fun tonight. Who's
Wait,
the?
who? Just say that again.
Baby, I don't need dollar bills to have fun tonight.
No, but you really do. I don't know where you're hanging out. But the more
You do. In Vegas, you need dollar bills to have fun. I'm sorry. You can't go downtown.
I'll tell you how old I am. I don't know that, but I remember. You don't have to take your clothes off to have a good time. See, that's my name. That was Jermaine Stewart in the 80s. Okay, I'm showing my age.
But coming from so did you know when?
So I want to know what this is.
Okay.
Which
One more?
one is it? No, who was it?
Okay, so this one was
Again,
Cheap Thrills by Sia.
we do that song.
I didn't do all the songs that she did. She did her.
I'll just say them all.
Oh, God.
Baby, I do.
Yes, we do that song too. I had no idea what the words were.
I was going to ask you a question. So, your passion for singing and stuff, do you have to go and learn all this stuff, or did you kind of like have an idea?
See, that's my problem. I don't learn anything.
Yeah, you just go with the
You know, lyrics are kind of irrelevant to me, which is a terrible thing for a singer to say. But I just kind of make things up as I go.
I think that's for every artist.
But you know, one of the reasons I got into my own band, created my own company, and called it my name is that way there's nobody telling me what to do or how to do it.
Yes, yep.
And I learned very early on when I had something called a job in '84. I didn't like being told what to do.
Ooh, yeah, same.
I don't know what that's some
like,
weird thing about me. And so one of the reasons I got into band is just so there's no authority. There's no one dictating my life.
Yes.
So I can take it anywhere I want, do what I want, sing what I want, screw up how I want. And it's my show. Whatever.
Exactly.
And so that really has a lot.
I see him get down.
Oh, you see? Look at
I found you, Miss New Booty. Get it together. He's like,
I don't know it, but I'm going to go with it. Go with it.
And he's like on stage like this.
Yeah, but you make it look good. I don't look nearly that cool.
No, you actually do though.
This old middle-aged white guy out there.
No,
come on,
do stuff like
not
that.
at all.
Oh, no.
Oh,
We're going to get the kinks out. Got this.
You're rad. I love it. I love it.
I mean, yeah, I'm just so glad that you're connected to showbiz out here. I do have to go to one of the times on Fremont Street. It's just that the sets I was on, like the CSI.
Yes, and, that's right.
There was a couple of them, like Obliterated. They had scenes at that Fremont Street area, and it ruined me for never wanting to go there. Then I was like, no, I don't. but I know I want to see you there. I wish you would have been performing on one of the.
Well, I will tell you, the wildest, craziest shows I've ever seen in my life is what I see every show in front of me. And so I know exactly.
I bet it's crazy. Is it wild?
Fremont is wild and awesome and scary and funny
scary,
and
actually, for me.
lurid and
Can
awesome.
you tell us one of the craziest things you saw?
That's PG.
That's PG. That's PG, of course.
Well, I will tell you this, and this is something I'm proud of, but not necessarily, and that is, over the years, like I said, I've done 6,000 shows, and I can't tell you how true this is, but I have been responsible for as many marriages as I have been divorces. So,
oh my gosh.
How cool is that?
Wow.
We have brought together so many people that have met at our show that end up, in many cases, getting engaged on our stage, having their receptions there.
That would be cool.
And I feel like I've done my part to bring people together that end up having children and families. But then 20 years later, I'll come and say, yeah, she left me about 5 years ago, and I'm here trying to look for a new one there.
He's like, I'm here now again.
I think I have a couple I'm seeing here for you.
But yes, to answer your question, I've seen some very wild, awesome, funny, horrible things in front of me over time.
Only on Fremont Street.
But it's
Only
all
on
part of
Fremont Street.
all part of the flavor.
What happens in Vegas stays in Vegas.
Or should happen to you if it's good. That's my motto. What happens in Vegas should happen to you.
But
good or bad, I don't know.
I'm very fortunate to say, out of all these shows, I can count on my hand how many times I've seen negative trouble, fights, things like that.
Oh, yeah,
because what happens is when you get into the realm of what we're trying to create, all of a sudden you feel this atmosphere where we're all family, we're all friends at a backyard party in high school. We all, it's people from all over the world. Every demographic you can imagine, age, you name it. And within 5 minutes, there's this kind of community, camaraderie, this feeling like, hey, we're all here. Hey, what's your name? Let's all party together. And there's nothing I love more than that. And if we can create that type of atmosphere in this world, in these days, then I feel like I serve some small purpose.
You're doing it.
I think you are living out your purpose.
Yeah,
for sure.
This is who you're supposed to be, and because it's continuing to grow, and you're connecting, and it's.
I hope it's an addictive energy that can permeate beyond our show, beyond the hours we're playing. Maybe they take some of that with them.
I think it's an energetic thing because the energy that you bring on stage, who wants to fight?
That's my point.
You want to kumbaya.
You're all partying and bring it on.
You just start feeling yourself. Like, it's just good.
But having a family, though, it's good. Because then you get to go. See, if I didn't have my family, I think I would have been not here right now. I think I would have been like a gypsy. I just would have kept going. Whatever's next. And I have
family keeps
a home
you
to return to.
Family is everything.
Yeah, that is everything. So that part is really good, but
sure.
it's all this, and then you have to have all this for your family too.
I just can't wait for my daughter to take over for me so I can stay at home.
Stay home.
You would never stay home. You would be there right next to her. You'd be that dad on stage. This is stage dad. You'd be like, in my days, I was Zowie Bowie.
In my days.
We should
I'm already saying that.
Let's get the kids on here. Ava, let's get Ava on here, and my son is Zeppelin. He's named after the rock band.
You should have to go.
Ava and Zeppelin on
here.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Oh, look at Maria. Do it.
Let's do it.
We'll see.
Wait,
Zowie
Zowie Bowie, do you approve of having Ava?
We'll see. Down on something. Maybe there could be something.
I think that they might have to be friends.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
See, Ava will just take over any situation she's in, though. So I'm warning you.
Okay.
Take charge.
And then Ryan.
And Ryan, he might be the quiet one. He's actually not quiet.
No, our 5-year-old will bring his personality out. Watch.
He'd be like, I'm not going to be with 5-year-olds. He's 12. He's not going to be with 5. He was
I have
like,
a 12-year-old too.
Yeah, see, then that can mix it up.
Yeah. Okay, I have a 5-year-old and a 12-year-old. And a 20-year-old. I'm just kidding.
No, I have the 22-year-old.
No, I just have 5 and 12.
You do?
Yeah, he just came home from Marine boot camp.
Oh, my God.
I know, see him.
Good
He's
for
like
him. Bless his heart.
22 years old. He's my
I started
baby.
early.
He's not here with me right now, but I'm okay.
But we love the kids here on the show. Just
22.
Wow,
that
that's
out there.
fabulous.
So when I was at the Marine boot camp, they're like, "Oh, are you seeing your son? Or not your son? Yeah, are you seeing your brother?" That's what they said. I said, "That's my son."
Oh, wow.
So I had ladies go. I would go, "That's my child." I know he's an adult now. It's very confusing. He's still mine, all mine, until somebody marries him. Wait till they go.
I can totally understand and relate. My wife, you two look like you could be college roommates right now.
Younger.
And she has a 22-year-old as well.
So, but that's what I'm saying. So she does too, and it is, and then the age gap too, because we're like, oh wait, what's going on with this one? The first one wasn't like this. The second one, I was like, what's going on here with you? The second one, there's something with the second ones. I'm like, what is going? I have a stepson too that I raised.
Wow.
That's 28, full time. So 28,
Good
22,
for you.
and but you know now because. That's another thing
she
that
can relate to that as well. So yes,
So
a lot in common.
Mom
similar
life.
stories.
Yeah, it's one of those things. So you're looking at, you didn't know I had older children that make me crazy.
He's like, gosh.
I'm impressed.
Yeah, but I do.
Well, if your family's watching, hello, Jennifer and Ava.
Yeah, yes,
Oh.
and I can't wait to see your beautiful costumes you put together at the
Yeah.
Italian
Oh, they
American
are.
Club.
They're
Come in
beautiful.
April.
Is she a designer for us?
April, the end of
April 30th, Sunday, April 30th.
I'm going to share it. I'm going to
Okay.
share it. I'm going to tag it. I'm in a lot of other groups that I want people to know. And, my husband works at the Homeland Security. He helps run the airport.
Oh,
So
wow.
I'll make sure he
cool.
puts the word out there, too.
Oh, well, thank you very much.
I don't know if
Thank
you
you
have
very
any billboard there, but that
You're
would
very
be
sweet.
really
Oh,
something.
wow.
Do you have a
Amazing.
billboard?
Yes,
that you
and
put in there?
I do. It's been there for years, but it probably says wanted above it.
well,
Try to get that down.
Warrants. Take care of those warrants. It'll be fine.
that's why you got him here, right, Nicole?
Well, I mean, I was going to read him his rights and everything, but he's good now. I resigned from being
She changed her mind.
North
Okay.
Las Vegas.
It's the
police.
outfit that changed her mind.
It was a nice, I want to see him perform, and then maybe
And then,
I'll go
okay, yeah. I got you.
No, I won't do that. We don't get a pass.
Well, let me say congratulations on your show here, and this is great, and I'm thrilled and honored to be on it, and I really appreciate you having me.
I just can't wait for March 28th. I can get you into the Desert Theme
gosh,
scene.
yes.
March 28th. I'm going to keep
28th.
repeating this because
Yes.
that's one of the bigger scenes, and Maria will be on there. I'm going to see if I can get Andrea.
And the concert.
Because
Hopefully.
Sean's like, because it's going to be big. But I want everybody to have a spotlight in there that is showbiz, Vegas, businesses. I'm trying to put
Yeah, that's
everything
cool.
together, but
I
it is
think
my first one in Las
great.
Vegas. But there's a lot of, I don't know if, Tom Arnold signed
Yes,
up.
oh, I saw that he
and
did.
Biling,
That's
and
incredible.
there's some really good, Billy McNamara. I was
Yeah,
on his TV
congratulations to you
series.
guys.
Yeah, so I want,
Sounds fun.
but I want
Yeah.
this talent, and I want everybody. I want a part for everybody. So that's my goal. And I don't want to be part of something unless I can bring everybody.
Let's do it.
Especially the concert scene. It'll be crazy.
Let's do it.
Cool.
I have a bottle I can smash you with.
You're like, okay, now I'm there.
I'll feel right at home then.
Zoe Bowie, let the viewers know where they can watch you and what days.
Well, as I mentioned, we certainly are out on the Fremont Street Experience on the 3rd Street stage every Thursday and Saturday.
Thursday and Saturday.
And I think we'll be there for some time to come. Then we do these Vintage Vegas big band shows at the Italian American Club, which the next one would be April 30th. It's a Sunday. And then we play, at the M Resort and various other things, and around town. But
That's farther from me, though.
well, then we'll have to.
We'll
Is there anything
out
We'll just come up. We'll just set up in your living room. Just
Can you? I do have enough big size living room. Maybe I'll have to see.
Well,
what
we
that
will be
costs.
at the show. You'll see us, our little heads bouncing in the
I would
background.
love for you guys.
Maybe it will be. Maybe I'll be like, oh my God, there's so many people. I don't know.
Shouts on me.
Okay.
Now I'm really coming.
No, then you'll be like, you know what? Now I know why Nicole doesn't drink, because one shot that is weak. A weak person. I'll be like, woo! No, we don't want that. We want to be conserved, but everybody else, I'll
You'll
be
fit right in with
responsible.
that streak.
Well, shout out to Zowie
So see me
Bowie.
getting arrested. I'm like, I got arrested because of your shot.
Thank you so much for tuning in to Social Media's Network, A Vegas View. Shout out to Maria Pereza for producing our show, and Nicole Vegas for being our host, our very special talented local artist, Zowie Bowie, and I'm your co-host, Drea Davis. Until next time.
Yes, thank you.
Wow! Once in my life, that's it. tag you some no bread. If you ain't got that, you get your ass up and get you. Come on, baby. Let me hear everybody say, come along and ride on that fantastic slide, slide, slippity slide. We're living in the city, it's do or die. Come along and ride on that fantastic slide, slide, move ride. You really don't matter when the five goes by. Say, roll along, it's what you do. Roll along, that's right. Just roll along, it's what you do. Roll along, that's right.
Welcome to social media shows. Have you been watching social media shows recently? Of course you have. We have been live streaming for 4 years across social media platforms. We produce over 70 shows with over 1,000 episodes. In the process, we've helped over 100 creators realize their dreams and start their own show. We give platforms to promote your business. If you are an artist, if you have an event, if you are entrepreneurs, or if you have a story. If you haven't done it yet, go ahead and subscribe and follow us on major social media platforms. And if you have a great idea of a show, join us. Social media shows can help you produce and live stream your own show. Let us help you make your dream become a reality.
Hello, everyone. This is Joseph Skoda with Social Media Shows. Well, I thank all of you for your support through these last several years, and it's been a lot of fun. We've given people a voice they never had before. Now, Social Media Shows is always collaborating with our veterans to help them do things and help out the veterans who are struggling today. And we teamed up with GI Connections, connecting veterans with resources. So please consider helping and donating to this great cause because we're always doing things for veterans. So GI Connections, Social Media Shows, and you is what makes the world a better place. Once again, Joseph Skoda, proud United States Air Force veteran.